Welcome to Pulse and Purpose, the podcast where we dive into health, relationships, and hustle, and entertainment and different topics. And I can help you to learn how to live with intention. Today we're going to be talking about numerous topics. A lot of current events, how to build morning routine, also how nutrition affects your mental. People are always looking for motivation. You always look for motivation outside yourself. What you need to do is look for motivation within yourself. Start with a daily routine, morning routine. Watch the main things that you consume. Television, music. Consume positive things. Put nutrients into your body. Even positive conversation. Stop the topic. Stop the drama. Stop the gossip. Come on now. That's not giving you what you need. You feeling unfulfilled. You're getting up day after day, looking for something to believe in. You need to believe into yourself. That's what you need. So this is on our first episode of Pulse and Purpose. You locked in with me. You just happen to find me something that you didn't know that you needed at all. So I'm going to speak on nutrition and mental health. Both of them go hand in hand. We living right now. People got headaches. People just feeling mentally unwell. And they are not thinking about the things that they put in the body. You know, sometimes it don't hurt. Fast from smoking. Open up your third eye. Somebody that's always negative that's around you, they feeling like energy vampires. You can only help them so much. A lot of people addicted to certain things. That's no bueno. It's muy mal. One thing I learned in life, how to curb addiction on a very serious note. One thing you need to do is isolate. Isolate is very important. You gotta get the things out that tempt you, you know. Even if it's certain relationships or certain people or certain locations, you have to move around. That's the best thing that you can do. Sometimes you have to learn how to bounce back when it's hard in life. You know, sometimes it's easier said than done. But one thing, you got everything that you need where you at right now. You know, you open up your Instagram, you open up your TikTok, and you may be feeling like you're behind. You're not behind. You're right where you need to be. Believe me. You're right where you need to be. And a lot of things that we see in life is illusion online. You know, the music videos, the movies. You know, I'm an artist, but I wear many hats. You know, I believe in our body is a temple and we need to treat it like one. As human beings, we're not perfect though, at all. We have our slip-ups. You know, if it's unhealthy habits or, you know, you fill in the blank. But start with a morning routine. Don't sleep in. Don't sleep in. Start with a morning routine. It's the main thing. Know you want to roll over at that alarm clock. That's not what you need to do. It's not what you need to do. To cultivate healthy relationships, healthy thoughts, we need to plant the seeds in a toxic environment and make the seeds stronger than the soil, for sure. You know, many of my viewers, they probably came from wealthy backgrounds. They probably came from nothing. But you have everything. You are everything that you need. You embody all the answers. You go out into the world looking for things to fulfill you and things to take your mind off of things. And sometimes you could meditate. Sometimes you could exercise. One thing I noticed, exercise is the ultimate stress reliever. I don't care what type of liquor, what type of whatever, 1,000 THC. Nah, there's nothing like picking up that weight. There's nothing like taking that jog, hopping on elliptical. Having a little tea before it, get you some tea. Put the vitamins up into you. Start something new. This is your answer right now. You've been looking for the question, and this is your answer. Fast from smoking, fast from alcohol, fast from negative environments. You have to learn how to bounce back when life is hard. You have to learn that. That's a necessity. You have to. By the way, if you're watching this far, subscribe. You done made it this far with me. Share, like, subscribe. You now listen to Pulse. Yeah. This is the first episode. The real was nice. It was a lot of engagement. Thanks for everybody that supported and kept watching. I'm going to be creating more content on a consistent basis. I appreciate all my supporters, but it's not about me, it's about you. It definitely is. The key is to learn how to bounce back when life is hard. You're going to get fatigued mentally. You're going to feel drained. But that's when you find your real self. That's when you find your real strength. You have to keep going. Sometimes it's a disconnect amongst each other, the way we communicate, but you definitely have to learn how to communicate with your spirit, mind, body, and soul. Because if you don't do that, everything will go awry out in the real world, and that's key. Now back to the morning routines. You don't want to hit that snooze button. When you get up, drink water, put the pops to the side, put the soda to the side. Drink water, drink tea. Meditate, sit still. I don't care what you believe in, it's something higher than us. Sometimes you have to pull that strength from within. You'll walk in temple, so you'll walk in church too. You got to remember that. This world want to make you feel less than yourself and want to make you seem like you're not understood. If you're unique, that's bad. Oh, that's so bad. You got to be like everybody else. No, be yourself. Be who the Most High made you to be. That's your superpower when you be yourself. And, this may be to my teenage followers, people that's still in school. If you're getting bullied, it's something about you that they like. It's something about you that they see that they don't got it. They wish they had it. They'll never tell you. And, you may be in an abusive environment, but you have to look into what the message is within a moment. And I'm very serious about that because it's a message. The message may not always be what you want to hear, but you really have to self-reflect and self-assess within a moment. You got to remember how to bounce back when life is hard. That's the key. That's vital. Everybody can't go with you to the top. You got to remember that it may hurt. It may make you want to slow down. It may make you want to just reevaluate and reassess. But you understand what the Most High put in your heart. You really did. And this is raw talk. This is raw conversation. This is unedited, uncut. You can have everything and have nothing, and you can have nothing and have everything. You choose. Life is hard either way, so you choose your heart. It's a battlefield. It's mental warfare, it's spiritual warfare. It's war on the food. It's chemicals in the food that affects our mood. We have to be vigilant on how we consume things once again. You gotta make a system on how to build your health. You gotta make a system on how to build your motivation. That's key. Your health is your wealth. I don't care if you're making $10 an hour. When you got your health, you're wealthy. You can execute a decision at any time that can better your life and better your circumstances. And that's key. You gotta learn how to stick with it too. Consistency is key. One thing that I have noticed, I have a plethora of friends in different spaces in life. And one thing I noticed that separate people is consistency. Consistency is very ugly. The hustle is ugly. It hurts. You will get fatigued. And it's a marathon, not a sprint. Shout out to Nipsey. We as human beings, we thrive on money, but you have to look at the bigger picture. Spiritual wealth. Everything won't be perfect, everything won't be laid out, but you have to learn how to bounce back when life is hard. I say that repetitively because it's real. Especially if you got a whole bunch of people around you telling you what you want to hear, you shouldn't keep them around because you won't learn. But you can't learn. You can't expect to learn from the ones around you all the time. You have to lead yourself. You gotta go with your gut. That's so important. Discernment. Discernment is attached to mental health. Discernment is attached to spiritual health. If you're not eating right, you're not thinking right. One thing a lot of people don't know is that our gut is connected to our brain scientifically. So if you're putting artificial food within your system, it's going to affect the way you execute decisions. And that is a scientific fact. You're working long hours, or you got a big decision to make, you crunched on time, you have to learn how to do things effectively with what you got and not seek more. Winners win with less. They don't need all the bells and whistles. They start from right where they at. And right where you at is where you need to be. And I promise you that. I wouldn't tell you anything that wouldn't work for me. See, people that are extremely arrogant are extremely insecure. But sometimes people may mistake your track record as being arrogant when really you're giving a rapport. There's a difference for how different people perceive things in different environments. You can have family members that frown upon how hard you work, and you can have family members that uplift you because how hard you work. You have to decipher and you have to discern. And try going without alcohol, weed, 90 days, bare minimum. See if you have the same people that want to hang around you. You might lose friends. But what you lose isn't going to be compared to anything that you gain. Anything that you gain, I promise you that. Life is a roller coaster. It hurt. You lose a lot of people. But you have to be your biggest influence. Don't get influenced by the world. Be comfortable in your skin and who you are. You have to be. You have to be. Life is short. Life is very short. God sent you the things that you can achieve through thoughts that just elate you. You just get a thought and you just get just so happy and overwhelmed. You could be thinking to yourself and not say anything. It could be a very positive thought. And just because God sends you a message on maybe that business you want to start, or that book you want to read, or you want to go vegan, or you want to start fasting, or you want to start working out, or you want to start learning to pick up a trade or skill, or you want to save $20 every check, or it's a snowball effect. It's levels. Being rich is hard, being broke is hard. You choose your hard. One thing right now as well, I'm speaking about health, I'm speaking about making conscious decisions. Right now, we're going up against AI. One thing AI lacks is spirit, and that's one thing you have is spirit. You can be laying on an air mattress, you can be laying on Egyptian cotton. You got spirit. So what you gonna do with it? How you gonna nurture it? How you gonna make it better? How you gonna affect the world? It's 24 hours in a day. You got the same amount of hours as that billionaire that's on that $280 million yacht. $280 million yacht. You got the same 24 hours, but life isn't about money. It's about being spiritually rich. Can you be happy with the small things? There's days that I wake up and I thank God for putting the sun on my skin. I know when I look up at the sun that God is sending me vitamins through my skin from the sun. Vitamin D from the sun rays. That's how thankful I be. While I'm in my foreign vehicle that I worked hard for. And when I had nothing, I feel like I had everything. You have everything, so build where you are at. And that's the message I'm trying to get to you. Like and subscribe.